Robert Heffernan. EndoTech, exclusively for Pareto token holders. Blockchain Vitals, that's the name of the segment. We usually do this every day in the evening around the Asian opening, but for the time being, as we work through an automation project on the website, I'm going to probably come in during the afternoon, late morning here on the West Coast, and let's, and we will talk at this time of the day. I will probably add this as a segment. I'll be going 2 times a day, kind of like a midday recap of what's going on, what I'm seeing, how I'm trading it, and we work from there. So let's do the rounds, because something we do every day. Doing the rounds. What am I seeing in the crypto sphere? Blockchain assets moving, and or just any particular news that is newsworthy. And where I'm getting this now is from that EndoTech.io homepage in the market analysis section there, and then on the left side, market sentiment, that AI engine grabbing news pertinent to the crypto world. And that first story I think is monstrous. Actually, it's the second story there. Physical Bitcoin banknotes launched in Singapore. Let's talk about that for a little bit. Physical banknotes, so they're like little cards with 0.01 or 0.05, $98 or near $500 of Bitcoin encrypted in a chip in the card, and you can take that chip and you can scan it with a cell phone to make sure that there's actually Bitcoin in the card. What I want to talk about, though, is just this is an evolution, right, and a revolution. And this is just one more thing, I think, that goes to show this stuff is not going away, all right? And you better get in on it now, because in 4 or 5 years from now, who knows what this space looks like? Who knows what these asset classes value at? And, physical Bitcoin cards now that can be changed with no oversight committee issuing it, other than the company that's issuing it, and obviously making some money doing it. But, I just think that's just another sign, and you're just going to continue to see these things evolve and adoption take place. So, a couple of days ago, I had said that I was out of Ethereum, and I didn't mind being out because I couldn't hold the momentum level, and I didn't have any problem jumping right back in if they could regain momentum, which they did. And I got involved, and then, but let's check the vitals. Look at that. That's out of place. You're not supposed to be there. You're supposed to be there. Taking the vitals, a little snapshot every day of the relative health or sickness of any particular crypto. Going over Bitcoin and Ethereum today. And what I really want to emphasize is you look at the board today, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Ripple are the only ones up hold on, let me go back to that to make sure I am speaking there. Well, how about that? Bitcoin just taking a little bit of a nosedive from 5 minutes ago. That's how these things work. But anyway, they're definitely, Bitcoin and Ethereum, definitely stronger than anybody else on the board. Ethereum, let's talk that first. Ethereum, you're going to notice now up above that up momentum collar, and this happens on a momentum model when you have that explosive day like you did yesterday, right, where it just outperforms the model by so much. It takes a couple days for that momentum model to catch up with that huge move. With that being said, then, when you're looking at potentials for a day, when it outperforms, that next day, if the momentum model, if you're above momentum collars on that next day, the pivot model becomes a great little asset there. And you see on a pivot model, you have room out to $817. They made a high of $803 today. but it just gives you that added reference of the potential in the market. Ethereum right now putting in kind of a doji hammer top again. Actually, this has been a move of several days now, several weeks now up. I really don't want to see that hammer put in. If it does, I'm not sure it means a complete reversal of this trend. Since we put in such a big day yesterday, I think what it probably will tell us that we should go test that up momentum level on the daily chart in the next day or two. Remember, these things trade 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. So Saturday and Sunday's action are going to be key. And if they can regain some strength this afternoon, not put in that doji, continue higher. We talked on Sunday night about 816. That's the weekly momentum level, weekly up momentum level in Ethereum. 816. Would love to see this thing regain its strength that it had this morning and through tomorrow and Sunday, and get a close on a weekly basis Sunday night at above 816, putting it in up momentum not only on the daily but on the weekly fractal also. That would be just incredibly awesome strength to stay with the longs that I've established in Ethereum. Bitcoin's got some wood to chop. It's trading 9,654, fairly steady on from yesterday. That momentum level in Bitcoin that we talked about Sunday on the weekly fractal, 99.70. Love to see Bitcoin take 99.70 out and close above it Sunday night, putting it in up momentum on a weekly fractal. And what I think's happened here, and because I bought Bitcoin Cash originally, but then flipped into Bitcoin because that cross chart looks more favorable towards Bitcoin now, although Bitcoin Cash had put a pretty good drubbing on Bitcoin over the past several weeks. That looks like it's flipped. And what I really think happens here is as this news percolates that these cryptos are gaining momentum and back in a bull trend, the majority of the people that are on the sidelines, a lot of people are just going to come into the majors and Bitcoin and Ethereum, quite frankly, the biggest of the majors. I think you see naturally as these things push on a bull run, a lot of money of the majors goes to those two, Bitcoin and Ethereum. So there's going to have to be an outstanding story from one of the other majors, one of the other top 10, for them to outperform either Bitcoin or Ethereum. For my money, that's where I got most of my assets right now, in Bitcoin and Ethereum. So as these things gain strength, and you got to just watch the cross charts then to see who's performing better than the other. All right. You guys have a great trading day. We will be back Sunday night for a weekly edition of Blockchain Vitals. Till then, keep disciplined. All right. I'll say it every day. Keep disciplined. Mind the mo. Those are the two things you got to remember. Keep disciplined. Mind the momentum, and you will have a long and illustrious career trading cryptos. All right. Have a great day.